Gulf of Mexico to be named Gulf of America. Over 5,000 Jamaicans on deportation list, 300 deported to Jamaica yesterday. INDECOM says 26 persons killed by police for the month of January. This is Undiluted News. Google will change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America in its Google Maps app, the company has said, after U.S. President Donald Trump ordered that the body of water be renamed in U.S. government documents. Among the numerous executive actions Trump signed in his first week in office was one to retitle the Gulf of Mexico on official U.S. maps and federal communications. The change in name will only appear for Google Maps users in the United States. Meanwhile, Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum poked fun at Trump's renaming decision and even initially sarcastically suggested renaming North America as America Mexicana or Mexican America. Ms. Sheinbaum said last week, for the rest of the world, it is still the Gulf of Mexico. Hey people, the stupidness is going to be every day for the next 4 years, so buckle up, it's drama time. A little over 5,000 Jamaicans are listed among more than 1.4 million non-citizens on the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement non-detained dockets with final orders of removal. According to documents published by ICE as at November 24th last year, there were 5,120 Jamaican nationals who would be targeted for removal. The island is also listed among 11 countries considered to be at risk of non-compliance in accepting the return of their nationals. The Caribbean island of St. Lucia is also included on this list. In the meantime, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has listed several other Caribbean countries whose citizens are facing deportation. Haiti tops the list for the region with 32,363 individuals, followed by the Dominican Republic with 12,699, and third is Jamaica. Mexico leads the global list with a staggering 252,044 cases. Meanwhile, a plane carrying over 300 deportees landed in Jamaica yesterday. The St. Mary police have arrested multiple people in relation to suspected criminal activities, including lottery scamming. The police said the arrest stems from a series of targeted pre-dawn operations in Baileysville and Haywood Hall. One person has been charged for possession of identity information under the Law Reform Fraudulent Transaction Specialist Provisions Act. Several others were detained for further investigations into their possible involvement in illegal activities, and the operation led by the St. Mary Police Division is part of ongoing efforts to disrupt criminal networks operating in the parish. Meanwhile, Assistant Chaplain at the Jamaica Constabulary Force Dr. Kevin White is reprimanding parents who do not question their children about the sources of expensive gadgets. He implied that some children may obtain these electronic devices by criminal means such as scamming or extortion. Dr. White said parents cannot sit idly by and allow their children to operate without rules. The assistant chaplain, who is the father of a teenage boy, encouraged parents not to support their children in wrongdoing. But some of his comments have raised eyebrows. He said he told his son he is 14 years old and will come for him myself, and if arrested, he would not bail him. And worse, I have the power of arrest, and if you resist, I'll shoot you myself, he said, causing a lot of raised eyebrows. 3 men have been arrested as detectives incensed and intensified their probe into the murder of 72-year-old Loris Murray, a retired nurse from Pyramid Heights Housing Development in the parish. The police suspect that Miss Murray was killed between last Saturday night and Sunday morning. Commanding Officer for the St. Anne Police Division, Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, says the men will be questioned. SSP Powell also confirmed that a second vehicle, a 2024 Toyota Corolla, was stolen from the residence by the perpetrators and was later found abandoned in Ocho Rios, and it was earlier reported that a BMW motorcar was stolen from the property and later found abandoned. A 13-year-old boy died in the Savlamar General Hospital in Westmoreland on Wednesday morning, reportedly from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. And it's reported that the teenager was playing with a gun at his Georges Plain home on Tuesday when it went off and he was struck in the head. The Westmoreland police said several people have been detained who they believe can assist in that investigations. Meanwhile, police have named the murder suspect who was fatally shot during an alleged confrontation in Downs, Manchester on Wednesday morning. He is Romaine Thompson, otherwise called Rum Stain. Police said Thompson was a suspect in the December 7th murder of TikTok influencer Xavier Foga, otherwise called Naya Gang, who was killed while posting live on the popular platform on Panton Lane in St. Catherine. Police also said Thompson was also a suspect in the August 5, 2023 murder of Constable Justin Martin at a bar in Sandy Bay in Clarendon. Thompson was also said to have been linked to various crimes in St. Catherine. Thompson met his demise on Wednesday when, according to a police report about 4:10 a.m., cops went on an operation in Downs District in search of him. He reportedly challenged the police in a gun battle, during which a policeman sustained minor wounds as a bullet fired from Thompson hit his bulletproof vest. Police said the gunfire was returned and the suspect wounded. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Meanwhile, the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, is probing the circumstances in which a man was killed by the police in Oracabessa, St. Mary, early yesterday morning. The deceased has been identified as 33-year-old Javon Norcliffe Peart, otherwise called Shotty Bones, a resident of Tank Lane in Oracabessa. According to the police, members of the St. Mary Operational Support Team seized 2 illegal firearms and recovered additional ammunition during that incident. The police said approximately 12:26 a.m. officers were conducting an operation in the area when they observed Peart standing inside a doorway, and he was seen holding a brown paper bag in his left hand and a firearm in his right. Upon seeing the police, Peart pointed the firearm at the officers, and in response, officers discharged their service weapons, killing Peart. A silver .38 revolver was retrieved from his right hand, while another silver .38 revolver was found inside the brown paper bag. The police said he was a major contributor to the ongoing violence in Oracabessa and has been involved in several violent confrontations with other criminals in the area. INDECOM says so far there have been a fatal police shooting incident every day this week involving members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. 26 people have been killed in confrontation with the police since the start of this year, which makes almost one a day. On to sports. Former Arnett Gardens and Mullines United coach Alex Thomas has taken charge of Humble Lions, replacing Donovan Ducky, who could not turn the struggling club's fortune around. Humble Lions' struggles are well documented, as coach Andrew Price left in December of 2023 before two successful schoolboy coaches Vassal Reynolds and Andrew Peart stepped in. That didn't last long, and the much-traveled Ducky made a return to the start of the 2024-25 season. But with just 2 wins from 19 games and the team sitting at the bottom of the Jamaica Premier League on 14 points, Thomas was asked to alleviate the problem, but they also got a massive beating from Arnett Gardens last night. In the midweek clash on Wednesday, Mount Pleasant continued with their record 13th straight win with a 4-1 whipping of Veer United. They now move to 52 points, which is 8 more than second place Montego Bay United, who were 3-1 winners over Waterhouse. Arnett Gardens, meantime, had a massive 5-1 victory over Humble Lions, while Cavaliers and Tivoli draw 0-0, and Mullines and Portmore played to a similar 0-0 draw as well. And if you missed the news on this station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted, listen, like, share, hit the notification bell. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.